Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. I see Mike Conley and Rashonda Greer. Can you guys please tell me if I sound good? And I'm right over here by the good old highway, and so yeah, it's making a lot of noise. So I hope you guys can hear it, but I hope you can hear me. And since nobody is saying anything, I'm going to have to check it out myself and see if it's good because I don't have any of my equipment with me. So let me just mute this really quick. All right, so sorry. Thank you, J Mac. You came right on, well, not really right on time because I was already doing my mute thing. Hope Lee is in the building. What's up? So what we're doing is we are discussing the latest episode of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4, episode number 9, called Married to the Game. Tonette Grayson is in the building. Did I say Hope Lee? Thank you so much, guys. I am so, like, when I watched the episode today, I was crying. Of course, because and guys, right now, let me tell you what's going on. What's up, Deshaun? I have an audience, which I'm not very happy about. My mom is here. So I feel like I have to continue to just perform the way I normally perform, even though my mom's watching me. Like, oh gosh. What are we gonna do? Just continue to just be me, right? LSW is here. Stephen Harris, what's up, guys? So yeah, I was crying because that last scene was a lot. And speaking of my mom, I had to show her, and she doesn't even watch the show. And I had to show her, and she started crying. Okay, that's how you know they was doing the daggone thing. All right, the folks, those actors, Woody, Mary, freaking Lavelle, Latoya, they were all doing their thing. Woody is a very good actor, okay? Wait, no, wait. Let me up. Oh, I can't talk about it right now. Oh, Lord. Tanae says, do what makes me feel comfortable. I'm going to do it all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be me. My mom's just gonna have to take it. So if I say something that no, I'm just joking. I can't. I don't be that bad anyway. I can talk the way I talk to you guys. I can say stuff in front of my mom. It's okay. I don't be cursing and stuff like that. So it's all right. Hi, Miss K. I have been watching your reviews and thoroughly enjoy them. This is my first. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Welcome. So much appreciated. And I don't have any of my equipment, guys. So if my camera looks crazy, so sorry. Y'all want to see the view? Let me see if I can show y'all the view real quick. I'm doing a lot, but y'all can kind of see the reflection of my daggone window. I don't know if y'all gonna really see. No, y'all can't see the view. Never mind. Let's get into this. Y'all can't see anything but the daggone reflection in the friggin' window. Okay. All right. So mom's gonna pull that belt out. Oh, please, Mike. Just be like Steven and be quiet. Steven said, I'm going to stay quiet and listen. Mike, be quiet. All right? Here we go. All right, y'all. Let's get into it really quick. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here. Every time I say that, we wind up being up in here for 2 hours, but I do have to get up in the morning because I'm out of town. So, all right, y'all. So, can we just start off by talking about how Effie gets some good news about, the school or the program that she wanted to be accepted into? I'm so happy for her. I know that I know that Mike, you don't like her, and a few other people don't like her, but and I haven't liked her for a very long time, but I'm rooting for her now because she has a change of heart. She's tired of being in the game. Anybody that wants to leave the game, I'm here for it. And that's just that. So she wants more. She can she can give more to this world by doing what she's trying to do, and that's fine with me. So that's good. Meanwhile, we got Diana, who walks out on an exam because this little girl is lost. We were calling her a black girl lost. Do y'all remember that? I'm so glad that a lot of things that I have been saying, these characters have said it. They agree with me. She said, I feel lost. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I want to do. When I'm in school, all I'm thinking about is the street life. When I'm in the street life, all I'm thinking about is school. And I said this last week. I said if Diana really wanted out of the game, she should have moved out of town, away from her family, and just went to school across the country or something like that, in California or whatever. It's not like her family couldn't afford it or something. Or she should have just went down south with cousin Janet. Okay? So whatever. So she said, I feel lost. Like I said, we've been calling her black girl lost, and that's just the bottom line. She is lost. Now that Monet is gone, what is she going to do? Is she really going to lock in to the game, or is she going to help get revenge on, her mom's death and then leave? Like, what's going to happen? I don't know. We're going to see, guys. They only have one episode to tie all of this stuff together, and we know that they have been rushing this daggone thing, okay? Well, not really. You know what? I don't want to say they've been rushing it. They have been just adding too much into the story to where daggone well that when it's over, there's going to be a bunch of holes. But we're going to stick a pin in that because I have something to say later on about that. Because now more than ever, I'm starting to think that they're definitely going to be moving on with some of these characters into another show, like a spinoff. And that's been speculated, and I'm starting to see and think that that really might happen. Okay, so now we know that Carter and Noma are playing the same game. We know in last week's episode they came together. Okay, so we see that Carter sends Tariq to an abandoned amusement park in Staten Island, talking about I need you to go there because if they see you coming with your tight jeans and this and that, you're not good, they're not gonna run or whatever. They're gonna be more accepting of you and all that. And so meanwhile, you got Noma, who sends Monet to the same amusement park, saying that she's got product there or whatever, and she can have it, blah blah blah, because she was at the dinner rehearsal trying to act all chummy and stuff. I mean, I've never seen Noma be so nice to anybody like that besides her daughter, right? We always see Noma being such a freaking witch, but this time she was acting all so nice. Oh yes, everyone is welcome, come in, absolutely. And so there you have that. So and then her brother was there, Noma's brother Chenadu, that's what she called him, Chenadu. He's there for the wedding. He's not understanding Noma's moves or anything. He's asking her lots of questions. You could see that he is someone that she respects, and she don't have him under her thumb like she has everybody else, okay? And we also hear them mention the father, so he's alive. So this whole thing with Noma could even go further if they wanted to do something extra. I don't know. So guys, so you guys can understand real quick, depending on where you are in the United States, it might be definitely later that I'm going live. So if you're in what I don't know. If you're in the East Coast, it's 1:43 for you guys. For me, it's 12:43 because I'm in Texas right now. Okay, so I apologize if I had to push the live back to 12:30. I was even saying I'm not even sure if I'm gonna go live, but I'm here because this is something that we have to talk about. All right. Let me just see if I can get my little hold on one second. I'm trying to get my slide to see if this is the one here. It's not the one. Here we go. Can we see if this is the one here? That's not the one. I don't know what happened to my slides, but they're not showing up. It's not showing up, which is not making me happy. All right, guys. So we're gonna continue to talk. Oh, Hope Lee says it's 10:45. Lenora says it's 1:43. And Mike Conley says he's in Missouri, so it's probably earlier for you, right, Mike? I don't know, but go ahead and shout out your city. Go ahead now. Um, Hold on, guys, because what I don't like is when I have slides prepared, which is another reason why it took me a little longer to get online. I don't like when I have slides prepared and I can't use them, because that means that all my time that I wasted went in vain. So we won't be doing that. Let me see if I can get them up, and let's hope that this internet stays strong, because yeah, close that out. J Mac, yep, 144. Oh, you shouted out your state, whatever. Shout out your state, your city. I mean, Mike, please. Like I said, zip it up. Zip it. Because you trying to be too smart. And I need you to be quiet. Okay. Where's this? My son was supposed to be on here with me, but he was too tired, you know? So what are you gonna do, huh? I don't know what's going on, guys, but I guess we just not gonna have we're just not gonna have it. But I needed them because they were gonna be able to help me through some of the things, because I wasn't able to take all the notes. So I did need it. So hold on one second. Let me see if I could share my screen. Share the screen. So sorry for all you guys that are going to be catching this on a replay. You could fast forward through. It's okay. You'll be all right. Fast forward on through. That's what I'll be doing. That's not a one. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. All right. Yeah, the slides are sleeping. All right. So I'm not going to be able to share them. So I'm just going to be trying to see if I could look and see what's on there. Okay, so we're going to get to the rehearsal wedding. I'm sorry, the rehearsal dinner, which turns into a legendary Tejada dinner. Okay, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was laughing a little bit. This is where they're spilling the tea and throwing shade. That's what happens a lot of times at these Tejada dinners. Like, if the Tejadas, see, one thing they showed us, you can't. First of all, every time the Tejadas gather at their own table, there's always some kind of shenanigans. So that means that it don't just happen in their own home. You cannot bring the Tejadas to dinner, okay? Because it's going to happen everywhere they go. Everywhere. We gonna go out to eat. We gonna go to Red Lobster. We gonna go to a beautiful, place in a mansion or wherever but they weren't at the mansion this time. They were at Kane's penthouse. They were in front of people. They do not care. They don't know how to act at the dinner table. Okay. So it's the regular dinner means blowing up spots. That's what it means for the Tejadas. We're blowing up spots. We're throwing shade. We're coming at next. That's what we're doing. So we got them spilling tea, throwing shade, right? Noma's family finds out that Kane doesn't own the penthouse. And the family owns a bar in Queens, and we got Noma over there talking about, oh, didn't you know? Kane's family owns a little bistro, a local bistro. No. And then you got Anya over there throwing her shade, talking about some bistro is a stretch, and all that. So here we go with that. And then the Tejadas find out that Noma's business is not really hers, right? Because she tried to make it seem like she's a queen bee and everything, but it's not really hers. It's a family business, okay? So what she does definitely affects her brother. That's why he's all up in it, asking questions like, what's going on with you? Like, what you're doing is a little weird. What about Lombardi? Like, you're getting married so soon after his death and things like that, okay? And then poor Anya, she doesn't know anything. She's just trying to put the pieces together at this point. And I'm like, she gonna find out, okay? You saw her crying in the trailer for next week's episode, and all I could say is I think that somebody told her who her mother is and the fact that she was the one that deleted her father. So that's why she's like, I can't even talk to you. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens with that. Okay, now Monet also brings up the fact that what is the name that they have a mutual friend in Mecca, right? He's like, oh, you knew Mecca. She's like, yeah, I knew Mecca. And then you got her kids right there just backing her up to, Dru. No matter what's going on with her and Dru is in there just adding on, like, yup, and this, that, and the third. And then you have Diana doing the same thing. Yeah, they grew up together. She was the one that blew it up in the first place at the table to Poppy, letting him know that mommy got a baby by somebody, a secret baby. And now she's over here saying, yeah, they grew up together. So what you got to say about that? So then Monet is like, yeah, I knew Mecca. Okay, like you don't know how much I knew him, but I knew him. And now this woman is marrying my son. Like what? That's insane. So then that's when they like, you know what? We gotta go. What's her name? Noma. She's like, all right, Anya, come help me with the dishes. Anya's like, isn't that what the help is for? And so she's like, let's go, Anya. So then they leave and they go talk. And now you got Kane saying the same thing. All right, Diana, go on and go ahead and help with the dishes and everything. And Diana wasn't getting the hand. He's like, go on. The mother had to say it to Monet. She's like, go ahead, girl. So everybody has to talk. Monet's going to talk to her son. And I don't know what the other chick was doing with her daughter. We know she wasn't talking to her in any way. Just trying to shield her with everything. Not and just lying, basically. So Monet and what is his name? Kane. So Monet and Kane, they go and they talk. And he's like, Ma, what are you doing? I invited you here to make it look, legit to Ice, not for you to embarrass me or whatever. And she said, man, we're going to be at your little funky wedding, relax. And so then he said, whatever is going on with us, I really do actually appreciate you being here, though. And she said, she finally tells him that he deserves more than her talking down on him, which I've been saying this, y'all. I've been saying that she's been talking down on him too much and she's not going to get through to him because of the fact that she talks down to him so much, right? Even though he's used to it, but right now, because he's finding his own way and he's from under her, right? And same thing with Dru, but mainly with Kane, everything he did was for his mom, and he's his mom's soldier. And so it's like now he feels more independent, and it's like, Mom, I'm not gonna listen to what you got to say, because first of all, you're talking down to me, and plus you're probably salty about the fact that Noma ran you away. So now it's like she needs to come at it in a different angle, or at a different angle, right? But she finally tells Kane that he's a good son. She said, telling him something good, and then she even says that, like I told you, I said it already, you deserve more than me talking down to you, because he was like, oh, you never said that, I need to hear that again and all. So he's like, no, you did the best you can, I turned out better than them, basically his brother and sister. He over here thinking he turned out the best, and maybe he did, because he was the only one that didn't try to delete her. So he might have a point there, you know what I'm saying? He might be actually more headstrong. I feel like this scene and this episode, not just this scene, this episode alone actually showed us that Kane is the strongest one. And even though his mom beat him down and she was very harsh with him, out of everyone, he could take it. I'm not saying that she should have been talking to him like that, but I'm saying that he was the one that could take it. Dru, he too soft. Diana, she's the girl and all that stuff. So, whatever. Now, this is the reason why I wanted those things, because this is the end of my notes pretty much. So now we have, so that was a good scene, and they go to the bachelor party. And now we see that Kane's cousins show up. Now, I remember when we go, like, not fast forward, but rewind to a scene where Janet was at the dinner table. I think they were playing dominoes or whatever they were playing in the beginning of the episode. And Kane was sending out the text saying, "Are you coming to my wedding?" And Janet was saying, "I know you're not gonna not go to the wedding because that's the only reason why me and," did she say Blaze or something? "Me and whoever are here." And I'm like, who is she talking about? Is she talking about her man? But now, when I tried to watch it for a second time, because I only got like halfway through the episode, I'm thinking that maybe it's one of the cousins. That's probably her son, one of the cousins. I think the name started with the B. So they're at the party. They show up. They're very country, obviously. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? They shining a light on these young brothers a little too much for me, to the point where it started to make me think that they are going to be new characters in the show or in another show that they're going to have. So, that's what all I have to say about that, you know. I know a lot of people, I know on Detroit was saying it on his channel before when I was listening to one of his lives, that, you know, the plan is for them to get rid of all the older folks and they're going to turn it into a more, you know, a younger generation situation. So that's why I think that the cousins were very, you know, they were a very, you know, important part of this episode. Even though they had small roles, that was kind of like the introduction, in my opinion. It makes me think that Kane is going to survive the season, even though it looks like he could die in the next episode. But I'm starting to doubt it a lot now, you know. I am. So, whatever. Okay, so we also see that Effie shows up. And she's saying to Kane, like, you know, you switched my re-up. You know what I'm saying? Or not the re-up, the drop. You switched the drop. Like, what the heck is up with that? The Russians are saying, I mean, they're now all of a sudden the Russians are going to do this and that, whatever she said. And so, Noma, I'm sorry, not Noma, Diana, she was already asking her brother Dru, because they're at the bachelor party, and she asked him, "Have you checked on Ma?" Because, you know, losing Kane is, you know, it's probably a lot for her. You know, of course she's not saying it, but it's a lot. And he like, like, she'll be alright. I ain't checking on her. So she calls, and the mother's not answering the phone. So then she called Janet, like, "Have you heard from my mother?" So she was like, "Girl, she ain't even have time for me. She went, you know, and then to meet up with somebody or whatever. Nobody done sent her on a run or something like that." So now that Effie comes to the bachelor party and she tells Kane all this, you know, Diana can hear her saying this. So now she turns to Dru and she's like, something is going on. Something's not right, because you hearing what she's saying. And now, Janet is, I'm sorry, not Janet. You hear what Janet said, that they sent, Noma sent her on a run to Staten Island. And now you hear Effie coming with something very similar. All right. So now they're like, okay, this is definitely a setup. We have to go. So thankfully, as Noma is there, Tariq is also, he shows up, and he could have almost got shot by her, but he didn't. She's like, "What the heck are you doing here?" And he's like, "Carter sent me here." And she's like, "Well, Noma sent me." And that's when Vadim shows up, and he's like, "Oh, I've been waiting for this moment." You know, he's so excited and stuff because he wants to delete Monet, okay? But the kids show up, you know, and I'm like, yay! Dru and Diana show up and they just take them out. I think it was who did the kill? It definitely was Dru, right? I'm gonna have to watch it again. He definitely probably did that kill shot. So yeah, Dru said Tariq was going, yeah. So then, and that's why they knew that it was something fishy, because they were saying, you know, that Dru also put it together that Tariq is going there to Staten Island as well, because Dru all this time thought that Carter was trying to push him out, because it's like, who are we? Those, what are those guys? Those little minions of his that he took over Zion's spot. So now he's kind of got these little guys that, you know, he oversees them. So now they over there kind of, you know, they trying to play with him in the beginning of the episode and trying to say, you know, so who's the new guy that's, do we report to you or do we report to him and all that. So, Dru didn't appreciate that, but he was also feeling like Carter was trying to replace him. Okay. Lo and behold, it was perfect for him to hear this, that Tariq is going to the spot to Staten Island, and then also his mom is being sent. So now it's like, okay, we got to go see what's going on. So they delete Vadim and his guy. So when they figured out that they had been set up, that Noma and Carter must have met after all the time we were over here, trying to get them to work against each other, to go to war with each other, they have teamed up and they're going against us. Wow. Okay. So they're like, all right. Monet is like, okay, if we're supposed to be dead, we might as well just continue to act like we're dead. So that's what they do. Crazy thing is, Monet was a little smarter with it because she stayed in a hotel. Tariq was the one that was out and about. I'm like, Tariq, you doing a lot of moving around for somebody that's supposed to be dead, okay? But before we move on to their little plan, we got Tariq. He cuts off, he tells Dru, you got your little toolbox or whatever. So they go and they cut off a finger so they can get into Vadim's phone. And they text Noma and said, it's done. I said, why did they not keep Vadim's phone and just keep his finger or something? Get that finger, put it on ice or something like that. And, reuse it again if you have to, because they were trying to call them. And this is before I even knew about what was going to happen, because I literally said it to my mom. I said they shouldn't have destroyed the phone, or I mean, when they burnt up the car, they pretty much destroyed the phone as well. I just thought they should have kept the phone just in case they were going to try, like Noma and the people were going to try to report to him, or try to reach out to him, not report to him, I'm sorry, reach out to him. Right. And that's exactly what happened later on. One of Noma's guards, you got, not Carter. What is his name? Davis. He was trying to, do his part because Tariq is saying, are you with me or not? Because I need an army and blah, blah, blah. Are you with me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you over here asking this guy, is he with you? But he a lawyer or disbarred lawyer or something like that. And he ain't no daggone soldier. How you asking him if is he a part of your team or whatever? Okay, neither here nor there, guys. We know whose side he chose, okay? He's on Tariq's team. He already told him that he is. That's what he's doing. So now he's trying to stall Noma, but the plan is not really going the way the way they want it to go. And he hears the guard saying, I can't get in touch with Vadim. Something's up. Something's wrong. Which is the reason why I said you shouldn't have thrown away all of the stuff. I mean, you shouldn't have thrown away the phone. Okay. Kept the fingers or whatever. Okay. Let me stop. They can't have Mo give her life for Kane just for him to die the next episode. All right, that's not what I'm talking about. They cut off all their fingers. All right. I thought it was so they can't ID the body so fast. No, he got into the phone. You didn't see him going into the phone or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so I just thought that it would have been smart to keep the phone, okay? Period. So now, what is his name? Not Carter, Davis. He has to try to lure this guy away, this guard, take him away, because now he about to create a whole situation and let Noma know that there's some issues going on with Vadim, okay? So he goes and takes this guy out to some area, and he said, this is the guy's like, where are we? And Carter said, I'm sorry, not Carter, Davis said, this is the last place that the Russians were and all that. So we need to look here and everything. So he gets out the car. He has the blicky on him and he goes around and he doesn't shoot. And I'm like, something is about to go wrong here, because every time y'all decide that y'all want to have a conversation instead of just pulling the trigger, something else happens, right? So that's exactly what happened. But thankfully, Davis made it out. But it's like, can y'all stop like hesitating and just shoot already? Because I'm so annoyed with what happens every time you want to discuss something. There's nothing to talk about, which is the reason why we're here now. Okay? And actually my passion right now is not even directed towards Davis at this moment. But Tariq did the same thing with Carter, and we'll get there in a minute. But I'm so tired of that, because every freaking time they decide they want to talk, the other person that's getting the blicky pointed on them gets to do a little trick and they get away or something like that. Okay, now in this situation, Davis was able to still delete the dude, which was great. Okay, no, that's not great. It's not great. I'm sorry, but this is TV. Oh, thank you, JMac, for the Cash App. I appreciate it. So this is TV, okay? So I can talk like that. But he winds up, because the guy who is a guard, he's trained, obviously. Noma's not going to have these people that's just, not trained and not know how to do certain moves and stuff like that. Not going to have these people just here, just guarding her and they don't know how to fight or whatever. So he was able to choke him out. And like, I'm serious, choke him all the way out to the point where he ain't waking up, choke out. All right. But that was his first body, and hopefully he's not going to get any more. But Davis was here, and I'm so glad. If somebody like, what is his name? I don't know that dude's name. That guard who will be nameless. If he were to take out Davis, that would have been messed up. You can't have somebody that's a nobody take out Davis. Are you stupid? Come on now. So we should have known that Davis was definitely getting out of that one, but it was his first body and he felt some type of way about it, even though he went there with the intentions to shoot the guy, it seems, but he just couldn't do it, it seems like, right? Oh, Cinder one said it wasn't his first body. Well, why was he acting like it was? Okay, he was definitely acting like it was. I don't remember who his first body was. So anyway, oh, you talking about the person that his brother went to jail for, right? That was his first body that we've seen. Okay, we know about the body that he had. It was manslaughter, so it wasn't like it was an intentional deletion, though. This was something intentional that he seemed to do with his bare hands. The other dude, I think he beat him to death, and it wasn't on purpose. So that's why it was like that. Okay, this was like his first body, though. This was his first body. The other one, that was like I said, it was something that he didn't mean to happen. So, but technically it's not his first body. Okay, anyway, but that's that. Davis is let it be known whose side he's on. Then he goes, he makes it back in time for the wedding to sit in the audience as if nothing happened. He had to drag that man body out and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, did I mention the part about how Effie, we're going to be a little bit all over the place, how Effie and Kane wound up getting it in, and then we also saw whatchamacallit getting it in with Noma Davis, and I was like, oh, I just hope she don't freaking delete him right here and now, because I just don't trust her with him. Man, oh man. So what else, guys? Noma gets in it. Okay, that's it. I don't have any more notes, so let me go off of these pictures. I'm trying to make sure that I got everything. Hold on, guys, hold on. I feel so bad that I have no pictures. Okay, so let's get to Tariq. All right, let's talk about this plan really quickly. This plan that they had to off Carter and Monet. I'm sorry, not Monet, Noma. All right. I said this to my members if you listened. And I know Mike, you did. You listened. Torian, what's up? So I always say this to you guys, if we are in any show, mostly if we're watching a plan, that means the plan is going to fail. So I started to get a little upset that we were literally listening to them map out this whole plan of how they were going to get back at Noma and Carter after they found out that they're working together. And you got, Tariq and Monet and Dru and Diana and Davis. They're all together and they're talking about this plan. And they're also saying, listen, the plan is not going to work if Effie and Braden are not involved. Tariq is saying, I don't want them involved. But they're like, it's not going to work if they're not involved. Okay. So we see this plan going, and automatically I said, it's not going to work. It's definitely not going to happen now. They already laid it out. When you are writing a script, there's no way that you're going to create any type of element of surprise or even make it interesting if you basically let us hear the plan and then you go exactly by the plan, like everything works out. It doesn't happen like that. And sometimes you get your little moments where you got a plan going on and it works, but then there has to be something that happens, you know what I'm saying, to make the story continue to be interesting. So anyway, like I said, knew it was gonna fail. So you get Tariq and he go, oh, I wish I had these pictures, guys. I'm so annoyed that I don't have these pictures. So you get Tariq and he is at the he goes to the, what do you call that, the church, and he's like inside one of the confessionals. And is it, I said confessionals, now I'm talking like it's a reality show or something like that. He's in but it is a confessional, right? Anyway, I'm not a Catholic, so whatever. But so he's in there and he is waiting for Carter, and Carter gets there. And this is kind of like a scratching my head moment for me. I don't really want to like ruin any of my scratching my head moments, but the fact of the matter is I just don't really understand why he was freaking sitting there, right? And it looked like he saw Carter, and why the heck didn't he just kind of like shoot him through the little confessional thingy or whatever? I don't know. That was just something that I felt was kind of weird to me. But he had to go face to face, get out, and go meet with him and say whatever he had to say. Right, that's what I'm saying, Mike. Like, why he didn't just pop? That's what I thought he was probably gonna do. From the other side. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why couldn't he just do that? But instead, you had to go around, meet him, be face to face with him, and say, oh, you really need to do better at this and that. Like, you got to taunt the guy first and say all this stuff. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you going to do something, just go on and do it. What are we talking for? That's all I'm saying. Why are we talking here? So now we were able to have Carter, you know, wrestle with him, put handcuffs on him and all that stuff. And you got Tariq and Effie there, but they what are they gonna do? So I'm like, oh, they here for nothing pretty much. Y'all just brought them there. He was able to take them away. However, all right, Tariq said no drugs, but you got whatchamacallit over there doing a little bump and everything, and then he looking at Effie like, you want a bump, G? She like, no thanks. She might as well look. I'm quoting from a movie and all, but she might as well did the whole line. Like, I don't want that. They be smuggling that up in there. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know exactly the movie I'm talking about. So anyway, so he did a bump, and I can't help but wonder if he didn't do it, if that situation wouldn't have happened, where he went and, sideswiped, banged into the other car and all that and caused that accident. Because normally, when you're thinking rationally, right, and you're trying to save somebody's life that's in the car, that you're after, you're not going to put them in harm's way by trying to crash into the daggone car. You know what I'm saying? But he did do that. And it worked in their favor. And they wind up getting Carter in their possession. So now the question is, what are we going to do with Carter now? Don't let him talk. That's my thing. Put a muzzle on that guy. Put some tape over him. He's gonna continue to say all these things and make y'all second guess yourselves. Like, if anything happens to me, they're gonna be looking for me. They're gonna tear this city apart. Blah blah blah. No, just delete him. That is it. I don't care if he's a cop. It doesn't matter. Delete him. Okay? Goodness gracious. Yeah, I know you know, Mike. How you get arrested and you were right. That's the thing that just is crazy to me. I think they're there because Carter says he has the tape. Yeah, and here's the thing. They did not know that he had a tape, right? Tariq is the one, I'm sorry. Because Tariq decided not to shoot Carter on sight like he should have, and he wants to have a conversation with the blicky in his head. Like, my thing is, if you're gonna have a conversation with the person, that just means that you're having a conversation with them by gunpoint so that you could force them to do something that you want them to do. But the plan was for you to go there and take him out. Therefore, there should have been no conversation whatsoever. If you wanted to say something, you could have been like, good night, boom, and that's it, or something. Like, what do we have to talk about? So now that we had a conversation, he found out that, oh, I know what you did to Zion, and just the way you did Zion, and you put a bullet in his head, and blah blah blah. And Tariq, wait, how the F do you know that? How do you know that? You know, so now he knows that there is a tape floating around, or there's a recording of the murder. So now he's concerned about that. But it's like, you need to think about all of the, like, all the circumstances that go with this whole situation. He's a dirty cop. He has that information. Now, the question is, can he admit that information without, revealing who he is and all the dirt that he has done? Think about all of that, Tariq. That's what I'm saying. So now that we see in the next episode, the trailer, we see Carter saying, what are you gonna do, Tariq? Tariq got to think about all of that. Keep Carter where the heck he is. Put a muzzle on him. Don't let him talk. I mean, knock him out if you have to. I don't know. Do something. But stop allowing this man to talk to you. Because the problem is, the words are coming out and it's making you second guess yourself. And I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired of it. If y'all supposed to take folks out, take them out. That's it. You see how when Monet went up, that's how you know that's the old school, that old school versus new school. Even though I know, look, guys, I know I might be going a little too far with it because this is TV and that's the way they wanted it to go for the story. Sometimes you got to do certain things for the storyline. I understand that. I don't care. But I just want to say this. Old school versus new school, right? When Monet got up in there and she found out that Kane was still in there, when they all found, when Carter, the first thing that Carter did when he arrested Tariq was call Noma and tell her that Tariq and Monet are alive, okay? That freaking messed up everything, the whole wedding, everything. So now they at the reception and Noma's like, hey, you need to choose right now who is gonna be me or your mother. You'll never be a man until she's out the picture. He's like, what? Like I was like, Kane, just pretend, Kane. Pretend. The same way that with Kamal Tate, when he tried to confront Carter and Carter was like, you could be on our side with and all that. I was like, just pretend for right now, just to survive this moment. Pretend, okay? Tate couldn't do that. Kane couldn't do that for nothing, okay? He was like, I'm not, are you crazy? Get off me, are you crazy? Like, What are you talking about? Monet got to be gone. Like, it was just such a natural reaction for him. There was like, I'm not like, what's going on here? So, but I wanted him to just try to just go with the flow and see what the heck was happening because it just went left. So I'm sorry. Back to my old school versus new school point. I knew there was sometimes it happens, y'all. Old school versus new school. This little boy went up in there talking, and what happened? Got himself arrested because you talk too much. Shut up and go do the job that you were supposed to do. Okay? When Monet went up in there to go do what she had to do, every person she saw, she shot on sight. The only person that she wanted to talk to was that one guy, and she said, "Where's my son?" This is the only time that you talk. And these things right here. Like I said, if you want to get somebody to do, force somebody to do something, that's where the conversation comes in, because now I have you by blicky point and I'm saying, do what I'm telling you to do, okay? Or I need certain answers, and then whatever. But like, the guy led her right to the door where Kane was, but everybody that she saw, it was on site. We're not talking, there's no conversations. Okay. Old school versus new school. And just like Hope Lee said, I think it was Hope Lee, she said his father would have did it. Like, there would have been no conversation. I'm coming to delete you. That's the plan. Boom, when I see you. That's it. Like, why are we having a conversation? Ugh. What's up, Danon? Not you praying the new wave. I pray Tate finishes. Yeah, that would be cool because everybody else thinks that it's gonna be like Kane or Tariq or whatever, but it might be him. I don't know. That would be cool. When Ghost planned to take out everybody that knew him and Tommy, he just shot them and dropped the card. No talking anything. Exactly. See, old school versus new school. These kids gotta have a conversation. They gotta let all their feelings out. That's this new generation. They gotta be heard. Everything has to be a conversation. Anyway, Monet came in there that whole time. She didn't say one word, y'all. Y'all know that? When I watched it, I think I watched it a few times. What's up, so iconic? Um, I didn't hear her say one word, and I thought that she would at least be like, Kane, I'm here. Don't move, Kane, or whatever. Like, she really didn't say anything. It was just like she was trying to think. She was thinking of her moves. Like, it was no time to talk. This was a very, like, this moment right now is crucial. No talking going on. And when that guy said, when she was like, "Oh, she chose you. Your mother chose you, so now you can die with her." She was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, she didn't seem like she really knew what she could do in the moment. But all I can do right now is just get out here with guns blazing. Now, here's my thing. She was behind that pillar thing or that wall or whatever. So I was thinking that maybe she could have like peeked around and kind of like shot at whoever, because Kane was right there on the floor. And I feel like if there was somebody that was gonna shoot him, that he probably would have stepped over by Kane and he would have been in, the line of fire. But maybe in her mind, she wanted to be the distraction. So if she was to come out guns blazing, then that would that would distract them from whoever it was that Noma sent to finish off Kane. So here's another thing though. This chick didn't want nobody to make a scene while Ice was there, yet she has this whole situation take place in that mansion. So you were literally going to finish off your husband. You were going to finish off your husband on your wedding day. An American citizen. Yet you want to make it look official to ICE. And then not too long ago, your other husband was killed. And now you over here making moves in America where you got to prove something to ICE, but then on the wedding day, your new husband gets deleted. Does that make sense? It makes no sense. So why are we doing this? So Noma, you're not as smart as I probably thought you were. Maybe I was giving you a little too much credit because this situation was very, very stupid and she was super emotional about it. You was that butthurt because this boy chose his mother? Come on now. Dumb. Thank you, so iconic, for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Hopefully, says Noma is out of control. Yes. Husband dead 30 minutes after the wedding. Right. Like, what is that? And then they was when they was throwing the money and stuff like that, it was like, don't make a scene, don't make a scene, just come, we're gonna do this or whatever. So then the brother was there and all of this stuff. What's up, starring Toya? She said no one in the episode was thinking. So yeah, so we get to that last scene where they've been doing the head fakes with the slow motion stuff throughout this final season. But with this slow motion thing, I was so afraid that Kane, I told y'all last week, right? I said, I've been watching how she's always talking to Kane, talking down to him, and that needs to change. And I said, I have a feeling that when she finally does tell him that she appreciates him, she loves him or whatever, it's going to be either his last episode or her last episode. And that's exactly what the heck happened, y'all. I was like, oh gosh, this is not good. So she, like I said, she told Kane that Noma is not good for him. So now all that stuff is going to play in the back of his mind. And, his mother was right. Like, she's no good for me. But I love the fact that when Noma was trying to tell him to choose, like, you need to choose and this and that, you can, do so much more with me and all that. And he's like, my mom is the only one who protected me, but basically taught me how to be who I am, because folks out here be hurting kids, okay? And she's the only one that protected me. I'm never going against my mother. He was like, I don't care what you say. I don't care if you got a blicky on my head. I don't care if my hands are tied. You lucky my hands are tied, because I'm not going against my mom. I don't care. And Monet could hear him saying all that. So she comes through the door, boop, 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 And then the crazy thing is, she was about to say, because she said, what did she say that made him say F you or something? Because she said, are you choosing your mom or something? He said, F you, F you. And so she's like, F you too, you see. What'd she say? See you next Tuesday? So she was about to delete him. Right there. This is what I'm saying. You just married him and you were just gonna pull the trigger? That's crazy to me. So now I feel like I gotta be a little quiet because my mom then fell asleep. So now this is when Monet comes through the door blasting, because she hears that the conversation is getting a little crazy up in there. She got to get up in there before they try to put a bullet in her son's head. So she gets in there and, they shooting. And even Kane, like, ducked. He went like this to the side before Noma could shoot him. And so he fell to the floor, and that's when Monet was behind doing her thing, shooting and all that stuff. And when she heard it, that Noma telling somebody to take Kane out, right, delete him. That's when she came out and did what she did, and we saw her getting shot up and everything. And oh my gosh, he's like, no, 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 it's okay, Ma, it's okay, it's okay. And he's like, wait, wait, wait. And then the siblings come through the door because remember they had shown they were about to get taken away somewhere, and she came and she sent some shots through the, through the car window at somebody. They was like, yo, what was that? Because they was about to be taken somewhere. We don't even know where Dru and Diana was about to be taken. So not only did she save one child, she saved all three of her kids before she went out. Talk about that now, okay? Y'all always want to talk about how bad Monet, what, oh, she's a terrible mom, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she has been. But listen, she made up for it in this final episode. That's what I'm going to say. All right. I even had her on the worst moms list. So it's not like I'm over here caping for the chick. She went out the way she was supposed to go out. The way a mom, if you're a mother, you will die for your kids if you have to. And that's what she did. Okay. So she pulled up right on time to that wedding, saw her kids being taken away, and boop, boop. Next thing you know, there was shots fired, took them dudes out from wherever she was, like she was a sniper. And it was like, oh, like what the heck is going on here? Oh, it's Monet. What you doing here? And they like, no, ma, don't go in there. She said, I'm going in there. Nobody's stopping me. Like, my son is in there. Are you crazy? So then they was like, no, we Tahadas for life or whatever. We all going in together, because she trying to make them not go in there. But they like, no, we going with you, ma. So they make the plan, okay, you go around here, we go around this way. So she went around and took out some folks, and then who knows who they went and took out. But they had already roped, they already took up the cousins. They took the cousins somewhere. That's another thing. We got to figure out where they took them cousins. The cousins was taken. Dru and Tejada was about to be taken. And then, all of that. So now we get back downstairs to the scene. Let's get back to this scene where Monet is dying. Her last words are, my babies, my babies. I wanted her to say, I love you, but like, she's dying. But she's saying, my babies. And they're all surrounding her. And I think it's so sad that the one kid that was always there to protect her was the one that had to, like, he was helpless, laid like this on the side like that, laying down, and she's laying down in front of him, and she's dying right in front of his face. Like, I felt like that was pretty ironic, and there's nothing that he can do, right? But she went out knowing that she did what she had to do to protect him. It's sad for him to see her go, but for her, that was everything. Not saying she wanted to die, but she'd rather be her than him. And I think it's also sad that when it comes to Monet, drastic things had to happen in order for her kids to see that she meant what she said when she said things like, I would have did that for any one of y'all. Because they try to make it seem like, oh, you killed Poppy for Zeke and this and that. And she's like, if it would have been any one of y'all, I would have did the same thing. Like, that's what are you not understanding? Like, that's my child and y'all are my children. And it would have been the same outcome for anybody. So, I mean, there you have that. So what had to happen? She had to shield Diana from bullets. She took bullets for Diana. That's what opened Diana's eyes. It still didn't seem to open up what's his name's eyes, Dru. He didn't care. But then I guess after she apologized to Dru and all that stuff, that's when he was starting to come around. But he still, you saw how he was acting with her, still. And even when Diana, like I said, was saying, did you check on mom? He's like, she be alright. And I said to my mom, because like I said, I'm watching it on my phone, and my mom was like right there, so she's not watching it. She doesn't watch the show. But I was saying, I said, he is he's being kind of giving her the cold shoulder a little bit or whatever. And I said, if Monet dies, he's gonna feel it probably. And I don't know if he would feel it the worst, but he would really have a lot of guilt because he didn't really treat her that good toward the end. He couldn't bring himself to understand anything. And I think with Diana also being pregnant and almost being a mother, or you know, just on that, on her way to motherhood, it even gave her a different perspective as well, to be able to put herself in her mother's shoes, you know. So yeah, now they know. Now they know. So as much as she would talk about Cain, and even all of them heard her cursing Cain out, you're stupid, a brother, blah blah blah. What? Nope. My son is in there. I'm going in there. I don't want to hear what nobody. Nope. Going in. I'm going in. And when they get to her, their mom's on the floor bleeding out, and they were all like, "Oh my gosh." Diana, her crying, like she gave that last, like, Ma, that last one was so sad. Dru was the one holding her, and Kane is like, let me up, you know. Dru was holding her, and he said, Mommy. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, because you know they go from Ma to Monet, Ma to Monet, but they like, Ma, no, Ma, please, Ma. And he's like, Mommy. Dru said, Mommy. So I'm like, this is just, it was just such a sad scene, okay? Shout out to Gemini Don. I have to read this. I just have to. I just thought that I was so surprised at this long comment that he gave. And I was just like, oh, snap. I wasn't expecting it. But I want to share it because it's a good comment, okay? So he says, can y'all hear me good? Can y'all make sure? Please let me know if you can hear me good, because I don't have a mic. I'm straight laptop camera, laptop mic, all that stuff. And I'm also trying not to be too loud because my mom is sleeping, okay? Okay, so Gemini, shout out to you when you watch. That scene with the shootout at the end, I felt Kane's tears. He felt helpless because he couldn't help Monet. Monet taking out bodies before she got to Kane. She was focused on getting Kane. Yes, she was. Okay, you guys are saying good. Thank you, guys. Once she heard what Kane said, of course Noma was going in that room. Once Noma gave order to shoot Kane, Monet knew what she had to do. No matter what, through the tough love, she always loved her kids. She risked it all, and that was so sad. and I'm sorry, Gemini, I know you're a man and stuff, and I'm a female, and maybe I'm putting a little bit too much of the, on there, but I'm reading this, okay? I'm a girl. So please, I'm not trying to make you sound like anything, but yeah, she risked it all. All right, Kane felt helpless, and him saying, wait, 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 I felt it. Then Monet saying, my babies, I really lost it. My eyes got a little watery, some thug tears. And to see Dru and Diana and Kane crying for their mom. Ugh. So there we go. Shut up, Mike, before I kick you out. And that's why I'm not going to highlight your comment. Yeah, you know it because you about to get these Mary boots. Let's get it conquer. Listen, we gotta have some Mary songs going on, because I should just kick Mike out just for the Mary of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta shout out to Mary. Girl, Mary, I love you. And thank you for playing Monet. You messing up the letter, Mike. Stop. Anyway. Where we at? I'm sorry, Gemini. Mike is acting up in the live, okay? So, yeah. Now, I'm sorry, Noma got to get a few hot bullets ASAP. And with the trailer, Anya, I think, is ready to take out her mom. I hope the Tahadas don't blame Anya. She's innocent in this. Noma lied to her, too. Hell, Noma lied to her brother too. When Tariq finds out Monet dead, he gonna feel away because they bonded automatically. Noma was kind of like a second mom to Tariq. Hats off to Mary, Woody, Latoya, and Lavelle. That scene they did the damn thing. I didn't see Monet going out, but wow, Stars slash Power didn't put out any trailers. I think they wanted it to be that way. I didn't see leaks online, and those leaks via IG and YouTube people, I tried to avoid that as much as possible. Glad there were no spoilers, yet Monet dying, sheesh, my emotions all over the place. Yeah. It really was sad. Like, no matter how you felt about Monet or whatever, like, that was a sad scene. My son texts me talking about some my guy. Like, I'm like, what is he saying here? Then he automatically like asked me, did you watch the episode? I said, yes, very sad. He said one of the hardest, his next response was one of the hardest death scenes to watch. And I was like, yeah, actually it's true. Um, and I said, you should go live with me. So he was supposed to be here, but my time zone is different and he was tired and he has to get up in the morning. So he's not here. And I really would have loved for him to talk and all that good stuff and say whatever. But thank you so much, Gemini. I really appreciate that. That was such a cool comment. Now here's one thing that I do want to address. You said that Anya might be ready to take her mom out. That is something that is very interesting. All right. um I wouldn't put it past the young lady, but I don't see it because I don't know. I just don't see it, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. You know what I mean? Like, unlike Anya, Tariq has had grooming, right? Before he finally deleted his dad, he was being schooled by and turned out, not turned out per se, but like, turned on to drugs by Kanan and I was gonna say Kane by Kanan and basically being mentored by a bad guy. So he was kind of being prepped pretty much. Okay? He was being prepped. And look, I'd even go as far as to say as Kanan got the biggest get back when it came to ghosts. If you really think about it, Kanan deleted ghosts because all the poison that he put in Tariq's head about his father, yes, with all the lies that Ghost was telling Tariq, just kind of shields him or whatever, that didn't help. But then when you think about all of this, like all of that mixed in with the poison that Kane was feeding him, master manipulation. Okay? If we wanted to go even further, we could say Rock freaking killed Daggone Ghost. Because that's where Kanan got the daggone manipulation from. But anyway, no, we're going to stick to Kanan. Kanan deleted Ghost. All right. It was like the biggest get back and setup of all time, especially the moment that he heard Tariq say, I effing hate my father. Kanan was like, I think I could use this little nigga. Own you, nigga. That's what happened right there. Boom. Not only do I own you, but I fell in love with this little guy. And I'm going to use it to my advantage. Sorry. Could never really get to Ghost the way I needed to. Now I found my way in. All right. There we go. Period, point in the blank. So anyway, I say all that to say is that Tariq was being groomed by Kanan. All right. He grew up like Anya in a sense, right? But he got groomed to turn the way he turned. Anya ain't been groomed by nobody. So for her to go and kill her mom, it would be a little weird to me. I don't feel like that would be something that would make sense, right? It would just kind of be like, oh, so you just out here deleting folks now? And not to say that people that have never deleted somebody, if you're not about that life, not to say you wouldn't delete somebody. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that for the show purposes, I think it would be stupid. Not calling you stupid, Gemini. I'm just saying I think the idea would really be stupid on the writer's point, on the writer's behalf or whatever, because we've been there and done that so many times. Are we gonna continue to do it? It's just dumb. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hi, Theodis. That's how you say it. I can't even stop crying about it because it had me so emotional. I know. I was crying. I really was. And I'm not saying crying like like that because sometimes I could get like that. But no, yeah, the tears was definitely coming down. And I showed my mom the scene and I told y'all she started crying. Like that's crazy. And she said it was the wait, wait, wait. Same thing that Gemini said. It was that wait, wait, wait. No, that was oh god, yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. The episode was good, similar to Snowfall when Jerome's like, oh gosh, that was so sad. Mm-mm-mm. I am happy, no spoilers. It gives you the old power feeling when you had a trailer to the next episode and you had to wait to watch the episode. Yes, absolutely. That's amazing. That's why he smiled before he was taken out. Who you talking about? What's his name? You talking about Kanan? That's why he smiled. Who smiled? Who are you talking about? Because even Tommy tried to talk sense into Tariq, but Kanan did so much damage. He was so far gone. Yeah, absolutely. Frederick Young says, so I guess nobody's seen that Jeep that was parked behind Braden and Effie. I didn't because I watched it 1.5 times. So I haven't been able to really dive in because I'm out of town. Normally, I do a first reaction recap for my members, and then by the time I go live, I watch it a second time and I take, extensive notes and all that so that I'm able to really, digest what happened in the episode and stuff like that. So no, I did not see that because I didn't even see the second half of the episode a second time. So there you go. Now, if there was somebody, a Jeep that was parked behind them and following them or whatever, well, we will see where that goes. And Kanan felt like Ghost stole his son, yep, Tariq from Ghost. He took Tariq from Ghost, yes. Anna would have more of a Anya would have, what's up, Big Kev, would have more of a reason than Tariq because Noma took out her dad. Right, she would have more of a reason, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it doesn't seem like it would fit her character because she ain't about that life. She's just a regular little rich spoiled kid, you know what I'm saying? That's like, and she was even in tears when she found out that her father was in the drug game when No More told her that. So I don't know, but look, it may happen. It may happen, but I just think it would be kind of dumb for it to happen. I feel like if she had any part to play in it, or if they want her to play a part in it, then she could help get her mom set up instead of actually being the one to pull the trigger. If she can get her mom set up, then I'll be cool with that. But to actually have her go and delete and she ain't even about that life or nothing, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm not with it. LSW, hey. Did Noma sign the paperwork? Um, I don't think she signed, right? Because that's what when they were in there talking. It's a good question. When they were in there talking, she was like, he was like, "You need me, Kane, right? You need me and stuff." And she was like, "Oh, that's the reason why we're talking and all that." And then also, there was some other paperwork that Davis had. He was trying to distract her with before he went and had to go deal with the guard situation. He was trying to get her to look over some papers to sign. These need your signature and all that stuff. And she was like, this is my wedding day. Can it wait? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I don't know. But before Sunday, I'm going to watch it again. But that's when I get with the girls and we talk about our least favorite moments and scratching my head and blah, blah, blah. But we're definitely going to talk. We're not done talking here, guys. I am getting ready to get my behind in the bed because we got one more day of this conference and I got to get up in the morning and stuff. So, Mint Davis paperwork. So yeah, no, she didn't. I don't. She didn't sign that because she had went in like, and then that's when he heard that situation with the whole thing about the guard saying that he hasn't heard from Vadim. So yeah. Um, did Davis have a switch in the paper with that last minute change? Those are all great questions. I don't know, guys. I don't know, like what paperwork, like, was it like a trick, basically? You know what I mean? To try to basically say that they didn't get married or something. Cause I don't know what was that? What was that plan? That would be interesting. Um, let's see. I'm tired of seeing Braden constantly pulling out this coke like Popeye is pulling out spin. Right. No, honestly, I'm very, very tired of it. To the point where I'm just like, yeah, Braden, you're done. You're done. I told y'all I give up. I give up. Whenever I see him doing it, I just be like, this, that, you know what I mean? Because there's nothing we can do about it anymore. He's pretty much a goner. So we just gonna have to, we just gonna have to accept what's probably about to come and leave it alone. And if nothing comes from that, man, what were we doing? So we just gonna made him a cokehead for no reason. So I'm coming back on Sunday. All right. I was not gonna go live because I get back on Sunday in the evening, like 5-ish. But I could still make it back, obviously, in time to do my live. You know what I'm saying? With the ladies. So I think we should be okay. And if I could maybe watch the episode again on the plane and stuff like that. And then, there we go. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm gonna do because I think we have to do another one. And then me and the ladies can get together and brainstorm and put our brains together and have a great discussion. And then of course you guys can be a part of the discussion. That'd be really great, okay? But other than that, that's pretty much it, y'all. And let me see. I just want to see what you guys were saying. Contact with the company. You keep a little bumpy nub on him. What? A little bumpy bump. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm getting tired. I'm yawning. I apologize. There's 43 people in the building, and for me, it is 1:51. Where some of you guys are, it is 2:51 in the morning. All right, y'all hanging out with your girl. I so appreciate that. Trust me, I do. Okay. Yes, hopefully. Good morning. Thank you, LSW. What that show playing in the reflect? I think it's Forensic Files. That's the type of stuff my mom likes to watch. So, the Otis 151 over. Okay, so you're in this. Oh, so wherever you are, you're kind of like in the same, not in the same, but you're in the same time zone. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. All right, y'all. So that was episode 9. Thank you, Stephen Harris. I'm so surprised that you just being quiet. Were you tired tonight? What were your thoughts? My goodness. Huh? Anyway, guys. Yeah, the reflection is going off. You see that? The blicky being shot and all that. The whole thing going on. Ciao. But anyway, y'all. Thank you so much. I apologize for anybody that was watching. No, I was gonna say I might take this live down and just like see if I can add some pictures to it and stuff like that, but I don't know if that's what I'm gonna do now because I'm away from home, so I don't have the stuff that I need to do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize to everybody that's gonna watch the rewatch where there are a few little, technical difficulties and stuff like that. I apologize, okay? But anyway, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. And until next time, take care and be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video. Hold on, y'all. Wait 1 second. Ooh, Lordy Lord. It's daggone TV. This is TV. Now, it's very dark. Before I go, I'm gonna show you guys the view from where I am. Can y'all see it, or is everything still reflecting? Do y'all see those arches over there on the highway? Can y'all see? You're probably not gonna be able to see because it's still probably freaking reflecting. Stupid daggone thing. Y'all probably can't see it. So I probably did all of this for nothing. The window reflected. Anyway, look at this guy. What's she doing now? Shut up. You said you see a little. Okay, well, I tried. I really did try. Anyway, folks, once again, thank you. Oh, Deshaun said you see it. Okay. I think it's cool. I'm in Dallas. It's pretty nice, and now they did some type of like fair or something like that is going on. If you from Dallas, hey, shout out to Dallas and all that, you know. But they got some nice little buildings and the lights and all that. It's pretty cool, you know what I mean? You got the Blair Witch vibe. Stop playing around, bro. Okay, Mike, stop it. Anyway, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm in the dark. You take care and be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.